Hey there. Ever feel like, your joints could use their own, PR team shouting, hey, we're here, and we're not getting any younger?
I hear that. Well, today we're doing a deep dive into Joint N-11.
Okay.
You know, that supplement that's like, yeah, we're the answer to your joint problems, supposedly.
Right, right.
We've got this really in-depth product review from Consumer Health Digest. And they really went all out. Like, they looked at the ingredients, they looked at what people are actually saying about it, like using it in their everyday life.
That's what we want to know.
Yeah, exactly. So
Real deal.
Exactly. So if you're curious if Joint N-11 is all it's cracked up to be,
Yeah.
stick around. We're going to break it all down.
It's interesting how many people, myself included, you hear those words, joint pain relief, and you're like, tell me more.
Oh, yeah.
But we need to, approach this with a healthy dose of skepticism, too.
Oh, for sure. So, okay, Joint N-11, it's marketed as this daily supplement, right?
And they claim to do a lot more than just, mask the pain.
Okay.
They're talking about, actually, improving your joint health, rebuilding joint strength even.
Yeah, that's a big claim.
That's a big claim.
It is?
So to figure out, if this is legit or just, really good marketing,
Right.
let's look at what's in it.
Yeah, let's dive into these ingredients.
And honestly, the ingredient list is surprisingly short,
Okay.
which I was, shocked by. I thought it was going to be this mile-long list of,
Yeah, it can.
chemicals I can't pronounce, but it's actually pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Turmeric, basil, black pepper extract.
Okay.
It's giving me very natural remedy vibes.
Right, right. So let's break down why those ingredients are in there, because there's a method to the madness.
Okay. Hit me with the ingredient knowledge.
All right, so first up, we've got niacinamide.
Okay.
Now, that might sound kind of intimidating, but it's actually just a form of vitamin B3.
Oh.
And what's interesting is there's more and more research suggesting that niacinamide, it can actually help reduce inflammation and maybe even improve joint function.
Interesting.
Yeah, and in fact, Consumer Health Digest, they specifically highlighted a study that looked at niacinamide and its effects on people with osteoarthritis.
Okay, so it's not just some random ingredient thrown in there.
Exactly.
There's something behind it.
It's strategic, right.
Okay.
And then we've got turmeric.
Okay, which, let's be real, turmeric is
It's everywhere.
the superstar.
The rock star
Actually.
of the health world, yeah.
For good reason. It seems like every day there's a new study about its anti-inflammatory properties.
I know.
And what's cool is there's actually been some research into turmeric's potential for alleviating lower back pain.
Interesting.
Now, I'm not saying it's a cure-all,
Right.
but it's definitely interesting. And the review mentioned a particular study on this, so maybe we can link that in the show notes.
Yes, please do. Because honestly, who hasn't woken up and felt like their lower back is 1,000 years old?
Right.
So, turmeric check. What else is in this formula?
All right, so the last ingredient on the list is bioperine.
Okay.
Now, that sounds kind of complicated, but it's really just a fancy name for black pepper extract.
Okay.
And this is where it gets really interesting. Bioperine is what's called a bioavailability enhancer.
What does that even mean?
So basically, it helps your body absorb other nutrients more efficiently.
Oh, okay.
It's it helps the other ingredients work better.
Okay.
So it's all about maximizing those benefits.
Got it.
Yeah.
So it's like bioperine is like the wingman for the turmeric and the niacinamide.
Exactly. It's like giving those other ingredients a little boost.
Making sure they get where they need to go.
Precisely.
Huh.
So we've talked about what's in it, but now let's shift gears a little bit.
Okay.
From the what to the so what,
Right, yeah.
What are the actual benefits that Joint N-11 is claiming here?
Okay, so the review highlighted a few key benefits.
Okay.
First and foremost, it's supposed to help with osteoarthritis, pain, and stiffness.
Right. Which, for anyone who doesn't know, that's when the cartilage in your joints starts to break down over time.
And cartilage, that's the cushion between your bones, right?
Okay.
Keeps everything moving smoothly.
Yeah, and so when that wears down, you get pain, inflammation. It's not pretty.
Not fun at all.
Not fun. So
Yeah.
Joint N-11 is saying, hey, we're not just going to mask the pain. We're going to help that cartilage.
Right, actually improve the joint itself.
Yeah. The review also mentions that it might help protect your wrists from all those repetitive motions,
Oh, yeah. Especially in this day and age, we're constantly typing, scrolling.
all day long.
It's rough on your wrists.
No kidding.
Yeah.
But before we get too excited about all these potential benefits,
Right.
we got to remember that, everyone's body is different.
Absolutely. What works for one person might not work for another.
Totally. It's like your genetics, your lifestyle, what you eat.
All those factors come into play.
And the review actually made a good point about this, too. Like, you should always talk to your doctor before starting any new supplement.
Especially if you've got other medical stuff going on.
Exactly. Or if you're already taking other meds, like, it's always better to be safe than sorry.
Couldn't agree more.
Right. But, okay, you know what I thought was really interesting?
What's that?
They had a whole section on user testimonials.
Oh, yeah, like what people are actually saying.
Real people, real experiences.
Interesting, because that's always good to see.
Right.
But we also have to remember those are just anecdotes.
For sure, for sure.
Not necessarily like scientific proof.
Right. They're just one person's experience, so take it with a grain of salt. But some of these stories are pretty powerful.
Like what?
Okay, so there's one from, like, a daycare worker.
Okay.
So she's on her feet all day.
Oh, yeah. Tough job.
And she's dealing with constant joint pain.
Yeah.
And she said that joint N-11, like, really made a difference in how comfortable she felt.
That's great. If it worked for her, that's awesome.
Right. But then again, like you said, it could be other things, right?
Yeah. It's hard to say for sure if it was just the supplement or other factors.
Right. Maybe she was also, like, doing yoga or something. Who knows?
Exactly. Yeah.
There's another one from someone in their early 50s.
Okay.
Who has rheumatoid arthritis.
Oh, wow.
And they were saying that after taking joint N-11, they just felt more comfortable in social situations.
Interesting.
Like less self-conscious about their joints.
That's really good. Feeling more comfortable is so important.
Totally.
But just to clarify, rheumatoid arthritis, it's a little different from osteoarthritis.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, osteoarthritis is more like wear and tear over time.
Right. Yeah.
But rheumatoid arthritis, it's an autoimmune thing.
Oh, okay.
So the body's actually attacking the joints.
Oh, wow. So it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, exactly. And while joint N-11 might help with the symptoms,
Right.
it's definitely not a cure.
Okay.
And it shouldn't replace actual medical treatment.
For sure. Always got to listen to the professionals. Okay. So we've talked about the good stuff, the potential benefits.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the practical side of things.
Yeah. How much does this stuff cost?
Right. Because it could be amazing. But if it's like $1 million a bottle.
Exactly. Got to factor that in.
Okay, so the review said that a one-time purchase of joint N-11 is $79, which, you know, it's not nothing.
Yeah, it's an investment for sure.
It is, especially since they're saying, like, for the best results, you got to use it long-term.
Yeah, which makes sense, right?
Right.
We're talking about, like, long-term joint health here.
It's not a quick fix.
Right. Exactly. It takes time.
No magic bullet, unfortunately.
No, unfortunately not.
Okay, so speaking of investments, though, the review did mention that they have a subscription option.
Oh, okay.
So it's like $49 a bottle if you do the subscription.
Okay.
So that might be a little easier on the wallet.
Yeah, especially if you're going to be taking it consistently.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Yeah, they also have a 60-day money-back guarantee.
Oh, that's good.
So, you know, if you're on the fence, you can at least try it. And
yeah, you're not risking as much.
Exactly.
That's always a good sign when a company stands behind its product like that.
For sure. For sure. So, okay, we've covered a lot today.
We have.
We've talked about what's in joint N-11, the research behind it,
right?
What people are saying about it, the good, the maybe not so good.
It's a mixed bag, as always.
Right. And we talked about, like, it's important to talk to your doctor, figure out if it's right for you.
Absolutely.
Because everyone's different.
Couldn't agree more.
So I guess the big question is, like, is joint N-11 the right choice for you?
Right. That's the million-dollar question.
Right. And unfortunately, we don't have the answer to that.
Yeah, we can't tell you that, but hopefully we've given you the information so you can make that decision for yourself.
Exactly. This is just like a jumping off point, right?
Yeah, do your research.
Do your research. Maybe look up those studies we talked about.
Talk to your doctor, you know.
Yeah, talk to people you know who might have tried it.
Right, exactly.
Get all the info.
Gather it all.
Weigh the pros and cons, and then, you know, trust your gut.
Trust your gut.
Because at the end of the day, it's your body.
Exactly.
It's your health. It's your choice.
It's your life.
And hey, you know, even if joint N-11 doesn't become your new best friend, at least, like, now you're thinking about your joint health.
Right. You're being proactive.
Exactly.
Particularly.
So until next time, stay curious, keep learning, and take good care of those joints.
Yes. Take care of yourselves, everyone.